Welcome to another episode of First Time Leaders Accelerated. I'm Tim Smith, your host and coach. Leading people is the most important responsibility in the world, yet 60% of first-time leaders fail due to often overlooked prerequisites. If you want to avoid these failures, this is your podcast. Today I'm going to explain why we're experiencing a communication paradox and share a couple tips to flip the script in your favor, big time. Communication is the foundation of relationships, and relationships are the essence of our existence. This is so profound, it bears repeating. Communication is the foundation of relationships, and relationships are the essence of our existence. Our face-to-face communication skills are being eroded by a communication paradox. Ironically, the root cause of this communication paradox is one of the greatest innovations of all time, the smartphone. The smartphone puts so much information literally at our fingertips. It provides us the ability to be more connected than ever before. It makes communication so easy and instantaneous, yet it is the single biggest reason for the atrophy of our face-to-face communication skills. You see it in restaurants and other public places all the time, where two or more people are gathered together and they're all preoccupied with their smartphone. They are missing great opportunities to strengthen relationships. And remember, relationships are the essence of our existence. One of my offices has a window facing a university bus stop. I rarely see students talking to each other. They are usually mesmerized with their smartphone and rarely engage in conversation with others. On rare occasions, I do see a student who is actually aware of their surroundings. Multiple times, I've observed people staring at their smartphone while walking near or crossing the street. Once an individual walked in front of me while I was approaching a green light. I've seen people walk into closed doors and fall into public water fountains, all because of their smartphone. Of course, there's the long-standing problem of texting while driving. In addition to causing the communication paradox, the smartphone also puts people in harm's way. When having a face-to-face conversation, simply holding a smartphone creates a negative subconscious effect that you are not important. It has the same effect when you place it on a table during a meeting or while eating. Turning it upside down does not alleviate this negative connotation. Now for a tip to flip the script on the communication paradox. Initially, you may think that this is common sense, but it's definitely not common practice. You can use your smartphone as a prop. Prior to having a conversation with someone, make it obvious you're turning off your smartphone or muting it and putting it out of sight. When you do this, although you don't say a word, you are communicating very loudly. Your actions communicate you're prepared to share your two most important gifts, your undivided attention and your time. This is what makes people feel appreciated. People may not remember what you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. This may not seem like a big deal, but done often will demonstrate you value people. After you try this, I would appreciate it if you'd let me know how it worked. You can use an appropriate link in the show notes to send me a message. Now for a bonus tip. When you're having a face-to-face conversation and your smartphone rings or vibrates, ignore it. If the person you're in conversation with says what people say often, aren't you going to get that? Simply say, no, I'm having a conversation with you. I want you to pay particular attention to their facial expression once you have responded to them. It could be very interesting. And jokingly, you can let them know that there's a brand new technology. It's called voicemail, which allows you to retrieve the message later. Conversely, how many times have you been in a conversation with someone and their smartphone rings or vibrates, and without hesitation, they answer their phone? First of all, this is beyond rude. They are communicating that their phone, which is an inanimate object, is more important than you. I highly recommend you walk away. I realize this will be difficult, but that's your choice. They, in essence, did the same thing to you. Although they didn't walk away, their attention towards you definitely went away. In summary, when the opportunity to have a face-to-face conversation presents itself, take advantage of the situation. And be conscious of how you use or display your smartphone, especially as a leader, because all eyes are on you. The smartphone carries a tremendous amount of social clout, whether you're using it or not. Try the 2 tips I shared with you and flip the script on the negative connotations surrounding smartphones. It won't be long, and those in your social circles will pick up on this. It's contagious. If you find my insight valuable, please share this podcast with others. If you want to benefit from my nearly 4 decades as a crash test dummy for leader development, click the appropriate link in the show notes. And remember, treat people like they make a difference, and they will. Make your leadership matter. Thanks for listening. Take care.